Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sara Malka and today I will share with you my melt in your mouth dairy-free baked donuts recipe. This is the best dough to make baked donuts or sufaganiyot, paczkis, and even beignets. And if you like this kind of content, all about saving time, money, having great recipes, and just overall simplifying yet leading a more meaningful Jewish life, please consider subscribing. So let's jump into it. This recipe can be made by hand or in the mixer. Place your flour, your sugar, your salt in your mixer or in your bowl and start mixing. Once that everything is fully incorporated, add the yeast. Usually I will proof my yeast, but in this case I just used it for a bread recipe, and for a good bread recipe, please look on the card above. Once that it's mixed, I will add some plant-based milk. I usually like to add ripple milk because this is the one that I have the best result with. Then I will mix everything and add my oil. Once that the oil is completely combined in the mix, I will add 2 egg yolks. Again, I will let everything integrate into each other and add some vanilla extract. If you recognize the cartoon character that was inside the green bowl, please let me know in the comments below. So here is the secret to have the best melt in your mouth dairy-free baked donuts, is to add the flour little by little. Add about 1 tablespoon of flour at a time and mix it together for about 1 to 2 minutes. And after 1 or 2 minutes, if you see that the dough is still not holding together, then add a little bit more flour and you continue the process until your dough is formed. Once that the dough does not stick to the side of the bowl anymore, just put it out, and now you're going to knead it by hand about 50 to 60 turns. So the goal here is to push the dough, turn it a quarter turn, and again push the dough. That will ensure that the dough will really become completely elastic. Once that you have completed the 50 or 60 turns of kneading, you will put your dough in an oiled bowl. That is really important for it to be oiled, for it again to stay nice and supple and not dry up. You will then cover it with a saran wrap or a cling wrap and you will let it sit. The minimum is 10 minutes, but you can leave it 30 minutes to an hour. The goal is for it to become fluffy, but it doesn't need to double in size. Once that it is done, you will spread some flour on your working bench and you will put your dough on it. You will then take a rolling pin, and yes, at the beginning I always have difficulty, so rapidly I flip it on the other side to have an easier time to rolling it down. I will continue rolling the dough. Again, not hard. We don't want for it to become too thin. The goal is to have the dough between 3/4 of an inch of thickness to 1/2 inch of thickness. Then you're going to take a glass. I like to dip it in flour first, and then I will create the shape on the dough. Here I'm using a 2.5 inches diameter glass, but you can use the dimension that you want. Keep in mind usually that the thicker they are, the puffier they're going to become. Once that they are fully detached from the dough, and of course you can re-roll all the scrap of dough, this is what they should look like. They are again about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch in thickness, and once that it's fully done, you will cover them with a tea towel and let it rest for about 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, you will see that the dough will have puffed up quite a bit. This is the before and the after. Place your melt in your mouth baked donuts on a cookie sheet and then insert them in a preheated oven at 375 Fahrenheit. Leave it for about 8 to 10 minutes. Keep an eye on them because they do bake very quickly. And within a few minutes, you are left with the fluffiest baked donut ever. It is unbelievable, but of course we won't stop here. We will add now our filling. But the first step is going to be first to add some topping. You can be like me and just dunk it in a mixture of vegan butter, but you can be more fancy and use your beautiful pastry brush. Then I'm going to coat them with sugar because I always prefer for the coating to be put before the filling. This way you don't have these crunchy part inside your donut. You can do it simply with a sieve, but you can also dunk them in a Ziploc bag filled with sugar, and within a few seconds you have a double coated donut waiting for you. You can stop here, but I'm sure you want to go a little bit further and add some filling to your donut. The next step will be to pre-drill a hole inside your donut. I use a bamboo stick, but you can just use whatever you want. It will just facilitate for the filling to go in. And pro tip, do mix your jam before you insert it, because otherwise that happens. Now that the jam is fully mixed, you're going to push it up to the piping tip and insert it into the donut. You will have a feel that the donut is completely full of jam when it will start to come out from the hole in which you inserted the piping tip. And once that you're done, voila, enjoy the best melt in your mouth non-dairy baked donut ever. It is light, it is fluffy, it is amazing. It's a great present for the holidays or at any time of the year. And please, of course, I'm going to encourage you to watch another video, especially the video about my fried donut recipe. It is so special to me because it was my grandmother's recipe and I miss her so much. So hopefully you will find more content that you like here on this channel, all about simplifying yet leading a more meaningful Jewish life. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and don't forget to frum it up.